Hey, we're here in the duck car room. We have a special guest today. As always, we have Uncle Si Robertson. He's
and we got the fat little CEO with us today, boys.
We've got John David Owen, a very vital role here at Duck Commander. Jay Stone, as always, bringing his interesting perspective of workout, food, and making duck calls. And the special guest today is your host and fill-in for Justin Martin. My name is Willie Robertson. I am the CEO of Duck Commander, Buck Commander, and a few other things. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Hey, all right, welcome.
There. Thank you, guys.
Good to have you. We've been telling stories about you the whole way. Waiting on you. Si's been here for an hour because we were supposed to start 15 minutes ago.
Look, there's two men that I know that show up way too early for anything, and I'm looking at both of them sitting right
We don't want you to leave us.
It's always better to get there and be early. I hate to be rushed.
Right. And I was just a little late.
As usual.
I was late here. I was late to the lunch I was at before here. I just been late. But I stayed up kind of late. I realized I don't live a really normal life. Monday night we played poker.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about it too, and I wasn't invited.
No, I invited you last time.
So you didn't invite me this time.
We have a friendly game. My kids play, but this time I had Jace, some other people.
Game. Oh, Jace was there too.
So I said, Si, do you want to come play? And he said, nah, let's play for $5,000. I'm like, well, it's my kids.
That's peanut, boy. That's peanut gallery.
So, yeah, so we played a little poker till 2 in the morning, and I got just kicked in the teeth. I made up for a year's worth of losses.
You lost?
Yes, I did.
Who beat you?
It's a collective game, John David. It's not one-on-one, but it's like, I mean, it's different people.
All right.
Well, who cashed out for the most?
Jason Robertson.
There you go, Jason Robertson.
Okay.
Although Korie, so look, it gets to be about 12-10. I look over, Corey's got just, I mean, a boatload of money, but I can tell after 30 years of being together, she's tired. So this is where I usually, this is where I rain down.
Yeah. Yeah.
She tries to bluff Jay. Oh, actually, I took her on a hand where she had 3 pair. Didn't realize that. And then she calls 3 pair, which ain't a hand in poker.
Too many cards.
Then she loses every dime she got. She pushed all her cards in, bluffing Jace. Jace happened to have pocket rockets. Yeah. And she's trying to bluff him, which usually ends bad. Yeah, then Jace goes on trying to explain how he knew it wasn't a bluff. And I just want to say, Jace, you had aces. You wasn't laying it down. Yeah. Boards paired up. And so Korie lost then all her money to Jace. And so that helped him. Do you want to play poker?
I'm pretty good at it.
Really?
I beat Si all the time.
You don't want to play.
I do.
Last time I played with John David, look.
He just lied on this podcast.
Last time I played with John David.
No, that's when I was like.
He picks his chips up.
No, that's
he looks like he's 17. Got a condition, like he's just shaking. And he goes,
I was 16.
I've got one question to ask about the night of poker.
Okay.
Did Jason Robertson ever suck out on anybody at the table and then admit it?
No, he actually didn't. He didn't actually suck out. I tell you what was unusual. He had about 6 buy-ins before. He bought it. We kept just busting him out over and over, which is weird, right?
Yeah.
But then he came back late. I thought he was going to lose money. I said, this Jace is just kidding.
No, big coon hunts late, boys.
But did he have fun doing it?
Oh, of course he did. But Si, we played a new game.
Fun.
It's a new game.
Uh-oh.
Have you played this version?
Well, it depends on what you got. I think I've played all the crazy versions.
Jason only played one time, and he said, we ought to play it. I said, sounds really fun.
Did it start with P?
No, they deal. No.
Oh, okay. All right.
Si, they deal you 3 cards. You pick the best 2, and then you play Hold'em.
No.
Have you done that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's called. It's a modification. No, it's a modification of what we call. That's why I said did it begin with P.
A pineapple. Yeah.
No, pineapple.
I know what you're talking. No.
Okay. Look, they've got to the point.
No, it's just
they're making up any kind of game to try to get your money.
Have you played the 3 card and discard?
I've played it. Yes.
It's pretty fun.
Right.
That's why none of us knew the strength of the hands. I saw pocket aces a dozen times.
No.
I got beat by quads twice.
I don't want to
It's
play
like
that night.
internet.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's crazy big hands.
No, because we played the other night when they're talking about, okay, we're going to deal 4 cards. This is Hold'em. We're going to deal 4 cards. You throw one down on the flop. You throw one down on the turn. It gets ridiculous.
No, I'm just saying this is one different version, but your hand is stronger. Yeah, I shouldn't be leading this. We're talking about poker.
We had a whole idea planned out for each segment.
Why don't you just tell us what you want to talk about, Johnny?
Well, we were pretty organized today, and you came in, and I'm willing to talk whatever you want to talk about.
No. Here's what I want to talk about today.
What do you want to talk about?
And I got a question to ask you.
Come on.
As a child, okay, down on the river, you used to run away all the time, okay, until dinner time or supper time.
True.
Okay, now I've got the question I want to ask you. Okay. When you got married to Korie, did you ever run away from home with her?
That's a great question. I tried to one time.
I like that.
No, it's a great question. So Korie and I got married. Then we went off to college together. Probably 3 or 4 months into this relationship, we had a knockdown drag out. I mean, it was a
over
good one.
what?
Can't even remember. I'm sure it was my
Probably
fault.
it was money.
No, it could have been, but it was over something.
Okay.
I was angry, and then I remember we had a little 1-bedroom apartment. And I said, I'm out of here. It's probably 11 o'clock at night. I opened the door. I slammed it as hard as I could. Sorry to all the neighbors because we had people. It was an apartment. Slammed the door. I walked down the stairs, and I remember stopping in my tracks, not thinking, man, I'm stupid, or no, I need to go apologize. I remember thinking, where exactly am I going?
Yeah.
Because I'm in a town. I don't know anybody.
Where am I running to?
I didn't know where to run away to. I didn't have enough money to get a hotel room. I didn't know where to go. I just moved to this town, and then I marched back up those steps and came back in, sat down. I thought now you understand the power when I say I'm out here. That means 4 minutes, and I'm right back. I'm back, baby. I'm back. All right, where were we?
The Mac is back.
Where were we?
So you just slammed the door. Walk right back in. Did you say?
Because I was going to run. That sounds right. I was like one who was just like, I'm out of here. And I would just take off.
Hey, if you get on the rollie or something happens and I don't want no part of it, I'm gone.
I'm out of here, Jack.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
So I did that one. Then I realized, like, all right, I got to quit just running away.
Then he went down and told me, what am I doing? What am I thinking?
I didn't know where to go. I was like,
I ain't got no money.
I got no money. I ain't got no nothing.
I ain't got no friends that I go, say, hey.
And I'm mad. I'm leaving because I'm mad. Nobody would understand. I don't even know anybody. I'm a college kid. And,
oh, boy.
That's good stuff. Well, we have a few more things to talk to you about.
What you got?
First, we got to take a break to pay for whatever in the world we're doing here.
Okay.
Quick break, and we'll be right back. Right here, right now, this is one we're super passionate about because for decades, duck hunters haven't had great options for hearing protection. That's why Si goes all over the place and doesn't speak into a microphone because he can't hear himself anyway. So now it's 2021. We've got a great option for you. It's not those little foam things. It's not big earmuffs that are hot and bulky. Look, only 1 in 5 waterfowlers wear hearing protection, and it's time for a change. Because new research shows moderate hearing damage increases the risk of Alzheimer and dementia by 3 times, and you can damage your hearing forever in as little as 15 minutes of shooting ducks unprotected. And Si, when you shoot ducks, you use every shell you got. So you need hearing protection, and our friends over at Tetra Hearing have made the best product for you. It's called Alpha Shield. It's a new premium hearing protection product. It reduces gun blasts. That way they're at safe levels, but you can still hear your friends talk. You can hear your duck calls, and you can hear them whistling wings of green teal coming in just right over you. It's one of my favorite parts of duck hunting.
Green wing teal.
I know. I'm trying to talk fast. With Tetra, you don't make any sacrifices. It's why we wear Tetra. They just work. Don't kill your hearing just to kill ducks. Visit tetrahearing.com for more. That's TETRA hearing.com and use code DUCK15 at checkout to get 15% off.
Thank you.
All right, Willie. So before you got here, we were talking, and Stone,
Well,
you've been working hard.
I have.
Down on the property, Phil's property.
That is
Willie's
correct.
property.
Willie's property.
Well, and
Or
Willie's,
a combination,
and Willie's
or a combination
Yeah.
thereof.
And
right.
Jace's property.
Family
And
property.
Willie,
Jace's
Jace,
property.
Phil.
Yeah, family
Jephthah's
property.
property.
Anyways, I do
No.
there. Phil actually has people on payroll there, but the person who actually does the work
The in-law.
is sitting before you.
That's right. Hey.
The people that he has on payroll are what we would call dead weight in the business. So, anyways, I was driving Willie last year. We were taking a little tour of his new property, and he drove by this field, and he said, I would like a food plot right here.
Right
it's
there.
It's about a 10-acre field. Beautiful. He said, I would love a food plot right here.
Phil tried to make it
nice
a duck
deer.
hole, and
That's
it
right.
never worked out.
And then I intervened. I told Phil, I said, well, Willie kind of wants this to be a deer plot. He said, well, make it a deer plot. I said, okay. So now you have a 10-acre deer plot with a 6.
I think technically that's not even my property.
But hey, but it
I
no.
think
I
that's
think it's Jason's.
Jason's.
That is. Yeah. You're
But
right.
hey,
You're right.
hey, you do have a resident redneck
yeah.
that's going to be camped out in that nice stand you got coming in.
Nah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's what we've been talking about
Yours
for
truly.
30 minutes. before we got here.
I will tell you what you have available to
Yeah.
shoot.
He's not going to shoot anything.
Okay.
Let me just tell you something, resident redneck. One thing I have lived an entire life of is dealing with resident rednecks. I know how they
And
think.
you still,
I know how
and
they
you
act.
still have got them, boys.
Yeah. And so let me tell you, there will be a series of little things for you to overcome that you have to figure out before you ever get in there.
Oh no, I can. Hey, trust me, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Don't
Well,
worry
I
about it.
will make it miserable. I will make it miserable for you to figure out how to ever sit on the inside of that thing. There will be a series of locks,
Obstacles.
a series of
Okay, hey.
obstacles,
Okay, boy,
nails
hey,
in the drive where you drive your vehicle. Because in order to beat a redneck, you got to think like a redneck. And I will make it my mission.
He said he wasn't going to shoot anything, though. He just wants to watch.
Oh no, he'll shoot
my
something.
gosh.
The last time I dropped him off at a deer stand right before dark, when what do you call it? The twilight hours.
I call it prime.
prime
Right at
time.
prime time.
I'm sitting in my stand and I hear.
That's
Si, was he dove hunting?
I don't know what he was hunting, but I just kept hearing this. It sounded like a 22 going off at prime time.
It was
30 minutes before.
Si-
dark.
there at dark.
Si's the only guy when he's deer hunting, he sounds like he's dove hunting.
So what were you
Just
doing?
shot
Well,
after shot.
No, you got to understand. Okay,
He's not a great
look,
shot. That's
we
what you have
duck
to
hunt. We're
understand.
mainly duck hunters for the most part. Phil pumps the land up and it's got water. Okay, and then every year when we get ready to drain the water, or I should say, when Phil drains the water.
You don't drain it?
No, I've went with him before. But anyway, we've got a little critter that God created. It's a beaver. Okay, I got a little nice pond that we dug in front of my hotel stand. Okay, and there's these little critters have moved in. Okay, so I'm sitting there right at prime time for deer hunting, and I got that 22 pistol loaded with hollow points, Stinger hollow point. And I look over and I seen ripple on the water. I raise up, look, talking about, yeah, how are you? Dude, he's swimming right toward me. I just, right in the head, just, pow! I know I popped him in the head because no water splashed, and he just went down.
Yeah.
He didn't even pop his
What
tail.
was it?
Okay.
Beaver.
Are you sure?
All right, this is
Positive.
hang on. This is Si's story, right?
Positive, yeah.
I don't mean to be the investigator. So Si says he raises up, shoots a beaver right in the head. He's gone. No, he's gone. Then why then, Si, was there shot after shot after shot?
Because
Okay.
Okay.
No. It sounds like if you're beaver hunting, it's one shot.
Oh, no,
like,
no, no.
Like deer, one shot. It's
No,
over.
hey,
Right.
yeah, he went to the bottom. Trust me.
Right.
Okay.
Then,
So, hey, I'm sitting there and I look again about 2 minutes.
oh, no, yeah.
No. Hey, here comes another one. He's swimming away from me. I just,
Yeah, he got
Again.
first shot. Yeah,
Okay,
gone.
again.
Not even
Okay.
a question.
The water ain't splashing, and
Water-
he thinks, okay.
right.
Well, hey, I'll look down there in another minute and a half. Hey,
there's another
here's
one.
one over there, and he's sitting on the bank eating a weed that he pulled up from the bottom of the pond.
Yeah.
So he's sitting there out there and said, well, forget the headshot. I said, I'm going to put some pain on this boy, just right in the stomach. Okay? Right.
Okay.
Look,
Good shot.
I look again, another ripple. Hey, I look, there's another one. I did.
So, Si, do you actually think that our listeners don't know the difference to where when you start shooting guns at animals, they just all hang around like they're Korie Park. Heard a big splash, heard a gun go off, but hey, let's eat some weeds. Most wild animals, the minute they hear a noise,
I'm just
the break of a branch, anything, they run away, except for the ones you're out there.
No, look, Stone pulls up at dark in the four-wheeler to pick me up. Okay, he said, what are you doing? I said, oh, this was a great hunt, boy. I said, I killed 5 beavers.
Where are they?
And he said, what? I said, they're in the pond.
No, the first thing I asked you was how many did you see? You said I only saw one deer. It's a gar hole, which I hunted that same stand the evening before and
Deer
saw
everywhere.
30
Deer everywhere.
I saw 30 deer. He sees one deer.
Well,
and,
you wonder why.
Yeah, and
He's shooting 22s and we do hunting shows, right? Where you're out there, you're hunting and all.
You gotta
that.
understand.
Si, if you did a hunting show, it literally is a cartoon. Like the animals are like talking to each other, like, "Hey, look, there's old Uncle Si coming in. Hey, let me eat some grass."
Well, hey,
oh no, he's shooting at us again.
Hey,
They're still alive.
they're
still alive. They never die.
They gather back up. It's like, oh, Si got closer today.
Hey,
than he
they
did
do actually do what you're talking about, okay? They always say, yeah, there he is. He coming, going to the stand, all right?
That would be an amazing cartoon. You could be the new Elmer Fudd.
and then he told me, he said, well, I killed 5 beavers. And I said, do you think that might have something to do why you only saw one deer? He said, no, they don't pay no attention to that.
No, they don't know. None of Si's animals do.
They do.
Hey,
22.
None of the cartoon animals pay attention to that.
Look, they know me, okay? They know you too, okay?
Do they?
Oh, trust me, okay?
Okay.
Especially the big bucks. Oh, no, they know, okay?
Oh, they know you by name.
They know you by name,
Boy,
and
I know-
they know the sound of your vehicle.
I know one thing. When I got up in your deer stand, it smelled like a combination between urine and kerosene.
And Ben Gay.
And
Here's the weird part. That's actually all just urine. He drinks a lot of tea.
Now, I admit to the urine, but the Bengay, no, I don't use Bengay, son.
Okay, you got me red-handed on the urine. It's a closed-in box, and I have limited chances as to where I go. Because he doesn't want to spook anything, obviously.
Hey, that's right.
And he's
boy.
drank
Hey,
7 cups of sweet tea or unsweet tea.
Hey, look, I watch deer more than I shoot them. Okay.
Well, I hope
You've
so.
claimed that.
No, but no, it's true.
Is that because you miss?
No, it's true. Okay. The only time I actually kill a deer, okay, is that Stone says, okay, here's the 3 you can shoot. Okay. I watch and if I can't identify him, I won't shoot him. But the other part of it is if I've got orders from the man that owns the property, I want some back straps, kill me a yearling. Well, don't let a yearling walk out there because I'm fixing to lay him on the ground. The bosses done said, hey, get me some meat.
He's a killer.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But I enjoy watching them. Yeah.
He's got that look
This
in his
deer
eye.
management over there is like mission impossible.
I will say that the deer that
Not with me, it's not.
Si shoot, there are deer that usually I'm like, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
It's like the deer version of Si. Like if Si were a deer, he'd have like one horn
Very old.
coming out, one's like growing sideways.
There's this big hump on his back.
Oh,
He's
no,
coughing, he's like, he's limping out there, super scrawny. And there's no
Breathing
Si, he's looking up at Si.
Oh, my goodness.
Breathing heavy. Well, one day.
Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself, really, to
man.
treat your uncle.
Oh, we
that
love
way.
you, Si.
Oh, we only do
I
it
know
because we
it. I
love
know
you.
it.
Also, he's probably about to pee his pants because we've been in here for 10 minutes.
Go ahead.
So we're going to take
Him
one
or-
more break.
But
Him
I
or
am-
you?
Also, I got to pee.
No,
So, all
I
right.
done hung out with this guy.
Get you some ice. We'll
Give
be
me
right
that,
back
please.
after this. All right, Si, you know what one of my 3 favorite things on earth is?
Hey, probably bacon might be one of them.
You're a genius,
Right.
man. That's
I'm a mind
exactly what
reader.
I was talking about.
I'm a mind reader.
How did you know that? I love bacon. I love meat. We are meat eaters here in the Duck Call Room. And the best part about that is we have found something awesome. It is called moinkbox.com. Moink delivers grass-fed and grass-finished beef, lamb, pork, chicken, Alaskan salmon direct to your door, helping family farms become financially independent outside of big agriculture. These people are going and finding the best meat from small family farms and helping you get that to your house. Their animals are raised outdoors. Their fish swim wild in the ocean, and Moink meat is free of antibiotics, hormones, sugar, and all that other crap you find prepackaged in the meat aisle. So sign up at moinkbox.com/duck, and you know what? If you do that, you get a year of free bacon. Just free. There's nothing better than free bacon. Right. And then pick whatever meats you want delivered with your first box. There's bone-in ribeyes. There's New York strips. There's some of the best sausage I've ever had. I got some filet mignon. Yep. Little breakfast sausage I got thawing out in the fridge right now. And you can change what you get each month and cancel anytime. It's so good. You're going to love it. You need to get it right now. We all love it. So join the Moink movement today. You go to moinkbox.com/duck right now, and listeners to this show get free bacon for a year. We've told you about their bacon. It's delicious. You're going to want it for a whole year, and it's going to be free. That's 1 year of the best bacon you'll ever taste. It's just for a limited time. So go to moinkbox.com right now. It's spelled MOINK box.com/duck. That's moinkbox.com/duck.
And you found a gold mine. 12 months of free bacon.
No, Willie, your boy Johnny D, he almost went down for the count here recently.
COVID-19, I know it. I saw him.
COVID almost got him. Yeah, I drove by his house and I saw a bunch of rigs out in the yard, and I thought, oh crap.
Yeah, I did too. I was
didn't make
going
it.
in there to talk to him. I thought he was having an impromptu garage sale. And it was a prayer vigil.
They were worried about me,
I
man.
looked out. He's in there in the window. He's inside the curtain in the window looking out like an old cat, you know.
Ghost cat.
He's just white, looking out, scared to death.
I was worried
You were the most
Why are you so worried?
pitiful looking.
because I was sick.
I need to.
You shouldn't be worried.
I need to preach in the gospel.
That's
so.
right. You should not be worried.
Right. We'll take care of that in our 5th segment.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But
Plans
anyways,
ahead.
since he was out for so long,
Yeah.
I think, maybe you really learned to appreciate
Stone's
his
trying to get me
value
No.
while he was out. I wanted to kind of get
What
get
it was
your,
like. At the end of it, did I say, you know what? I can probably do this myself. Was I at that point, or was I like, daggum?
I wish he'd hurry up and get better.
Like, I wish he'd hurry up and get better.
I hope it's that one.
It was.
I hadn't heard your story about how did you come in with,
Oh my
with
gosh! He got COVID just like everybody
Oh, I
else.
know.
No, he
No,
wants to know how I showed
No,
up here in the
how
first
did,
place.
How did he get with you? How did he come?
Well, let Willie finish his.
I found him in a basket. Somebody laid him out in front of Duck Commander.
It was.
He was all strung out.
I was fixing to ask you found him floating in a basket in the Nile?
No, he was all strung out, and I found him,
okay.
I raised him. We got the mange off of him, and then he lived in a crate for about 4 months, and then I started letting him out around other people.
You're telling the story of the
Yeah.
Good Samaritan here.
I let him grow all his hair out. Yeah, it was
that or a cat.
Okay.
no, he's Corey's cousin.
Oh, okay.
And we had a family
So I didn't know
meal.
that.
I hadn't really paid much attention to Johnny D. Been
In my
probably 10 or
formative
15 years before that. And he was there kind of yucking it up. And I was like, hey,
doing my thing.
who is this kid? Of course, that's our cousin Johnny D. And he was working retail. And at the time, we had a little growing retail operation here.
Retail operation.
And I said, well, get him over here. Let's hire him. So he negotiated with me. He wanted a quarter more than
50
what.
cents. No, it was a quarter.
Yeah, so I told him to go out there in my truck, dig around the ashtray, see if get whatever change he needed to make the difference from what he was making, and let's go. Let's try it out.
$9 an hour, baby.
There you go. So,
I needed that to survive. I was in college.
He was in college. So, yeah, that's how I ended up hiring him. But, no, he gets COVID, and I had COVID as well, and I got, not that I'm any tougher than both of y'all, but it's like there was an emergency. I wasn't frightened. It wasn't, I worked, I cut trees. I quarantined. I stayed at my property, but I went and got my chainsaw. I was behind your house, Stone. I was back
Nobody
there.
showed up with 50 people to pray for you.
Nobody. I'm like, I'm good. Well, save it for somebody. I'm good. I got it. I'm gonna clear the property here. I got some time to mow.
do man things.
Yeah, just do work. So I went and worked, and what I would call just sweated it out. I just sweated all the toxins out. So that was so I thought, now with Si, I thought, if he gets COVID, he's out. I had half your funeral already. I had written it out.
He had already done the eulogy, boy.
I was already cutting the video after that one. We were going to laugh, Si. Do you want us laughing at your funeral, or do you want us like crying?
No, have a good time.
Have a good time?
Oh, have a good time. No.
Okay.
Yeah, all it is for me when I go is to change the address.
Thank you.
Okay. I just no longer.
Now with John David, I thought John David, he's young and I never get sick. He's all tough and stuff. So I just assumed.
We all did.
So I had this awesome prank. I was because then his whole family got it. So I was gonna go get yellow crime scene tape, and I was gonna tape his entire yard.
Oh,
like do not enter the
quarantined.
So I was getting all this prank lined out to go deliver, and we're just gonna do something hilarious with you. Mm-hmm. And then he's going to the hospital. Then he's like, they're having a prayer vigil, and then he goes to the hospital. Well, that prank's over. When you got to cut the tape, I want him to cut the tape to come to work, not cut the tape to get the ambulance in.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, this deal's getting serious. And they told me you couldn't see him. You couldn't go in the hospital. And
you pulled that once before, some prank. And got the FBI involved.
Yeah, I did. That was that's another podcast.
That's another. Yeah.
Yeah, I did have the FBI.
He's bad about pranks, boys.
I did have the FBI.
They carried one too far, and the FBI got involved.
But hey, here's the deal. Oddly enough, the biggest thing was there was a funeral, and so Dusty Hill passed away with ZZ Top. ZZ Top's on my keychain. Billy Gibbons gave me that keychain.
I've got one of them.
So I was like, I had to get a way down there because it was pretty quick, and
that would normally fall under my category.
I can't get a hold of John David to get I need a ride.
I was in a hospital bed.
I can't even book a plane. I don't even know how to do it anymore. And so, but I didn't. But Phil was going. I didn't want Phil to get COVID for sure, and so. So we got it worked. We actually got it all worked out. But actually, when I was at the funeral, I thought about funerals, and it actually made me think about what happens, what's this going to look like, whenever you actually, and then I really started thinking, I think I'm planning my own funeral. Now that may say more about me because but I was like, I'm planning this whole thing out where I have like video messages, like stuff I want to say. So my question is, is that
video
weird?
messages? No.
Well, yeah, I'd be like, all right, right now, I know what you're thinking, and then you just walk people through it, and then maybe you just keep updating it. The older you get. But that way you've got it all. You've got tons of cool stuff that you wanted to say.
I like
Does
it.
anybody have any of that desire for you want to actually be a part of your own funeral?
I want to know. I like it. A series, okay? You got a series coming when Willie dies.
A series?
Oh, yeah.
Like a TV show?
A mini series.
Like you can.
We got to shorten it, though, like a movie. We need a movie.
All funerals, everybody else is talking, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Well, you don't ever get to say anything.
Because you're dead.
See you guys soon.
I know, but why not?
Well, no.
Why not just I'm sure somebody's done this. Somebody's laid out their whole
Me and Corey's papa, your grandpa and papa-in-law.
I understand the connection there.
He planned his own funeral.
Did he?
From beginning, he planned the worship because we sang like 4 or 5 songs. He planned all the speakers. He planned it.
See, we were actually a lot alike.
I like it.
You get more and more like him every day.
I like it.
Yeah, he did that. And I'll say this. I have a friend who's a worship pastor. He has 4 songs that if something happens to me, he knows. Go back in the text messages and get those 4. And
well, that's different from me and you. My funeral is going to be 40 songs.
40.
Right.
Because
that's kind of long.
No, I want to make it long. I
You
want
remember how
some
long your
people
wedding
like
was?
you. I want some people to be like, "Come on, man."
That's right.
Like,
Come on, man.
I'm like,
Hey,
yeah,
that's enough.
hey,
Enough
You're
is
gonna take a
enough.
whole day.
Was it your
No, this
wedding?
ain't no 1 hour deal. I live enough daggone live. You're gonna sit your butt up here about 3 or 4 hours. All right, just sit down, get comfortable.
New holiday.
Get
Willie
comfortable
Robertson.
because, like,
Look, hey, man, we're gonna make this a movie.
no, right at the end, I'll say, all right, you made it to the
Popcorn.
end. Congratulations.
Hey, yeah, popcorn.
Now we got 2 hours of
ice
graveside
cream,
planned.
ice cream
I want
at
it
the
noted.
end.
Everybody that got up and walked out of this thing, I want that noted.
I'll be one of those.
Johnny D,
Me
right
and
on
Si
those people
can't
down.
last that
Make their
long.
life.
No, and I will say this: people give whenever Willie comes on here, they're like, "He's really mean to John David." Shut up.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Is that what they say?
Oh yeah. They think you're really mean to
Hey,
me.
if you're one of those people, let me just
Well,
say-
I was about to stick up for you, but go
No,
for
no,
it.
no, no. I don't need
Believe
that
me.
that for me. If you're one of those people, please email this because I may actually use your first name and I'll respond to the people, who think I'm mean to you.
Oh no, he's just gonna make fun of me more. Nobody send that email.
I won't make fun of them.
Look,
Oh, that's
hey,
fine.
it's
Yeah.
the boss's job to be mean.
Look, but let me say this.
I'm not
though.
even mean.
Yeah, it's the boss's job to be mean.
I'm just kidding. No,
Hey.
you're hilarious. But the first look, when I got out of the hospital, I got home and I'd put my phone away because I was sick of people asking me how I was doing. And the first person that showed up to my house was Willie, and he walked in without knocking, which was weird. I'm just kidding. He knocked, but he was there, checked on me. We sat there and talked for like an hour, and then he brought me spaghetti.
Well, no.
First person there.
I also showed up when you weren't there.
Yeah, that was
To
weird.
check on your family.
Yeah, okay.
And neither was John David's wife. She wasn't there. Nobody knows where she was. So me and John David's kids just hung out, and so they
She
said,
was.
"Hey, Willie."
She was in the shower.
She was in the shower. So.
Willie goes, "Where's your mom?" They're like, "In the shower. We'll be fine."
And we play video games. Or they play video games and explain them
They're
to
tough kids. All right, you got
me.
something?
I'm on this mean thing.
I just told everybody how nice you are.
Si, have you I mean, that's an honest question. I'm not looking for any kind of cheeky answer.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever seen me be mean?
No, not really.
John David, have you ever seen me be mean to someone?
What is that buzz? No, I have not.
Jay Stone, have you ever seen me be mean?
I have not.
Hey, look.
Okay, here's the deal. Here's the
We're
deal.
friends.
Maybe I should have said a boss has to be firm in all.
No, but it's not even
No,
that.
the question is, anyone seen me be mean? And I agree, none of you have. All right, so we need to bring someone in
Who's actually
who
mean?
has.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
No, I'd probably bring my wife in. Like, she'd probably be a good case study for me being mean.
Oh, for you being mean.
Yeah, for
I thought we were
me
looking for a
being mean to
person.
someone, and then let her say, "No, you don't want to see him." Like when you see me mean, there'll be no,
No
there'll be
qualms.
no like, be like, "Oh
Well,
man, that's mean."
Most of it.
Because I know how to be. I grew up on the river with a bunch of brothers, and
I did not.
we
I had
we
sisters.
finished with baseball bats and hooks and
Never happened. to me.
exploding devices in
That's
places.
right.
That,
Okay,
yeah, I mean,
well,
I
yeah,
can, I can be
He can
mean.
get
No,
down
I
with,
think
in
people-
other words, he can get down with the best of them.
I will
boys.
get mean with you if you want to get mean.
I think some people just don't make fun of their friends enough. Like, just mess with their friends, and that's what we do.
Yeah, you gotta come on, man.
Yeah, you gotta have some thick,
but-
thick
It's a way
skin.
of calling stuff out.
Yeah.
I think that's me growing up with brothers. Like you learn stuff not to do because your brothers will call you out and go like, if you do that again,
Right.
you're
we're
gonna
fin-
face the consequences
Yeah, we're
of that.
fixing to
Well, then
go
I
Fifth
learned
City.
in society that's not a good thing to do because last time I did that, I got my underwear pulled up
Over my
inside my
eyeballs.
behind. Yeah, like that's
The
what
old
that,
wedgie.
or somebody dope pops your. So I mean, I think you kind of learn how to live in life and get around.
My
Well, when you
sister
grow
gave
up
me
with
wedgies.
sisters,
John Luke, John David grew up in his own little Taj Mahal, his own king size
queen
bed,
size
Queen.
beds.
and he
Queen.
learned life from his sister, So,
She was mean.
I mean, John, he's gonna fight. Hey, he'll slap you with a bra or something, or like.
All right, we're taking a
Or
break. and
hide
we're
your
going to
makeup. He's going.
So
I'm gonna
send
hide your
emails
makeup bag
of how great
I'll
Willie
get you
is.
back on that one. See, am I
See, look,
being
he's being mean to me. Y'all get him in the comments. Let us take a break while and I'm going to tell him to stop being so mean.
Light me up.
Oh, we love it. All right, we'll be right back after this, and we're going to get in that email bag.
Email bag.
Hey, so I was recently in the hospital, and you know what came across my mind? I don't have life insurance of maybe any sort. unless we have it here at work. So hopefully they had enough to bury me, but I pulled through. And so something I've been looking into is life insurance. If someone relies on you, your financial support, whether it's a child, aging parent, a business partner, spouse, you need life insurance, and Policy Genius can make that happen for you. They make it easy to compare quotes from over a dozen top insurers all in one place. You could save 50% or more on life insurance by comparing quotes with Policy Genius. You could save $1,300 or more per year on life insurance by using Policy Genius to compare policies. The licensed experts at Policy Genius work for you, not the insurance company, so you can trust them to help you navigate every step of the shopping and buying process. That kind of service has earned Policy Genius thousands of 5-star reviews across Trustpilot and Google, and eligible applicants can get covered in as little as a week thanks to an award-winning policy option that swaps the standard medical exam requirement for a simple phone call. This exclusive policy was recently rated #1 by Forbes Advisor. That's big time right there. So getting started is easy. First, head to policygenius.com/SciLife. In minutes, you can work out how much life insurance you need and compare personalized quotes to find your best price. When you're ready to apply, the Policy Genius team will handle the paperwork for scheduling for free. And that's awesome. They don't like extra fees. They don't add them. So head over to policygenius.com/SciLife to get started right now. Policy Genius. When it comes to insurance, it's nice to get it right. All right. And we're back, and we got emails today. And so we're going to do 2 segments of emails because I've been storing a few very special emails up.
He's like a little email squirrel.
Because
Hey, he's hiding them, bro.
he's hiding them. How do you think of this stuff? But there were some questions brought up that need to be brought up with Willie in the room. He's either an expert on the subject or they're about him. So our first email is from Dan in County Down, Ireland.
Ireland. Okay, I will do the same. I'll do this whole one in my Irish voice.
Okay. All right. Greetings from Ireland. He wants to ask Uncle Si's advice on the best way to ask your boss for a pay raise. Did any of you ever ask Willie?
Well, hey,
Negatory.
first of all, you asked the wrong person to give you advice to ask a boss about getting paid. Because I didn't ever ask them. I just went in and told them, I said, hey, am I going to have to pack my bags and leave, or are you going to give me a little bit more money?
Did that happen?
No. Well, I'll tell you this, Dan. I had this young laddie named Si just come in there, and he said, I'm going to pack my bags, and I'm going to leave. And I said, well, let me go help you pack your bags. And I'll go. In fact, I'll grab you a suitcase or 2 on my own, and I'll pack some stuff for you.
Well, we just lost all of our Irish fans. Dan and the other one.
No, Dan's like, thank you so much, because I can't understand y'all's country accents. But
Oh, my God.
no, I don't remember Si asking me for a raise. I do remember Si. We actually had a money talk one time, and I said, well, Si, we've got the show is coming out, Duck Dynasty, and I said, Si, I think you're going to be okay. Like, I think you're going to be in a different spot than you're
You
at
won't
now.
be going up in the bracket.
Because Si's house was being eaten by termites at the time.
No, it was mold.
So Si had a house problem.
That's right. I had a house problem.
Which is, here's the deal, Dan from Ireland. A lot of times my employees will come and tell me they need a raise. Here's what I've always thought is interesting about it. They say, I need a raise because this happened, and now I need more money because I have a house problem. Or I've been wanting to buy a boat, so I feel like I need a raise.
Does that one work?
Which I always actually, so I always think like that's not the way to ask your boss for a raise. It's not because you spent more money and now you need a raise. The raise should be based on the job that you're doing.
What can I do to make more money?
Right. That should.
Oh,
that's a great. See, Stone brings up what can I do to make more money. So now that's put the burden back on the employee.
That's right.
It's not like, well, now I'm spending. You would not believe how many people say, well, now I'm spending more money and life has gotten bigger. And I feel like I need more money. So, because I say, well, what are you doing differently at your job than you did, a year ago. Is it more? Is it making more money? Is it doing something beneficial for us? And so, yeah, maybe there's different clever ways to figure that out, to do other things. So most of the time with my employees, if you want to make more money, I always say to make yourself so valuable that you're just unreplaceable. Now, if that's the case, probably have to pay more money for you.
That's where I was at.
Yeah.
When you were making reads or when you were on TV?
See, and I had to explain that to him, okay? Because he didn't know.
Si has made, and Si, because of television, there's
irreplaceable.
Right. It's hard to replace that cat.
You can't replace the TV version of Si. We found a new read guy.
Stone has done an interesting deal as well. So he makes duck calls and does that. But he also now has segued into land management, which we also need as well. So it's a way to make yourself more valuable.
That's it.
I like that.
Now, I agree with what he said there.
He agrees with it. Although, but Si's best advice he's ever given on the podcast is don't work too hard.
I think Stone is brilliant because he put himself also out of a building, which I'm guessing you like to work outside as well.
I do.
Most people do, not John David, but most people. John David walks outside, he starts crying. Man walks in the sun, and it's like he's on Mars. Like he falls apart. Stone likes working out. Stone jumps in a bulldozer. Who doesn't like jumping in a bulldozer and running over? Well, heck yeah. So that's a perk of the job.
Hey, that's the military in him. Okay.
Yeah,
that's why.
And John, I said John David back in the day. I'd be like, "Hey, come over and help me, burn this giant burn pile." Remember? Yeah, and I knew he just didn't like it. He doesn't like it. He's got to get back to that king size bed.
It was a queen.
11 years old. He wants to crawl up in that bed, and he wants somebody to bring him a little thing of hot chocolate and a bowl of fruity pebbles. That kid is happy.
But if you looked at him, you would think, "Well, here's a man's man. He's got a big beard. He's a big." Burly man,
Looks are deceiving.
But I'm really good with the computer.
He's a man's man.
What
John David, why do we always end up just being mean to you? Look at you. Well, you look like you can take it. That's the problem. I don't want to be y'all's this guy can take anything.
He's got tattoos on his forearms. He's
all right. But you get him anywhere near the sun or a virus or anything like crazy.
Or sweat.
Sweat, deodorant.
I'm sweating right now, but not as much as you.
Didn't you see the tripwire in front of you before you fell into this?
No, I'm the one that texted Willie and asked him if he would come on. I knew what I was.
Will say this, Willie. I see him every morning about 7 o'clock walking up and down the road.
I'm getting there.
So that COVID did something good for you.
It did do something good.
It motivated you to make yourself better.
Listen to Coach Stone.
No, it didn't.
Coach Stone's coaching.
Hey, just dazed and confused.
No, he did.
He forgot. He went outside and forgot where he lived.
I know the story because yes, he is. He's
look. So here's the newest development. Yesterday, I got a phone call from my doctor. I'm all clear finally.
So
the day after Labor Day, I'm stepping.
I'm sorry. It was good tea, boys. It wasn't bad manners.
So next Tuesday, which will probably be the day this one airs, I'm stepping into the House of Pain.
6 a.m.
6 a.m.
Going in?
Pain.
Oh, I cannot wait
Stone's
to
house.
hear the House of Pain.
I'm going into the House of Pain. We're ready.
Hey, getting up at 6 o'clock is the House
6
of Pain.
a.m.
Yeah, I'm not good at that.
7
Johnny
days
D,
a week.
physical death.
Wait, is it 7 days a week?
7 days a week, no days
7 days
off.
a week, no days off. No retreat, no surrender.
That was, we just went on a wild ride there. We were going to cover our new segment about your spouse cooking terrible food, which Willie would be an expert in that.
I got plenty of
But
stories on that.
we'll talk about that right when we get back after this break right here. All right, we're back, and we have some more emails, which that last one went wrong, so we've only got one more or two more-ish. But, Willie, so we've started a new segment.
Yep.
All about, this guy sent in about, what was it? I think it was biscuits and gravy or something that his wife made.
Yeah.
Terrible. And he looked her in the eyes and said, "That's not how my mom made it."
That's bad. Yeah. Think of another way.
Yeah, so you got to think of another way. But so now we have people all over, including Sarah, I don't know where Sarah's from. She didn't tell us where she's from. Sending us in stories of their spouse or them making terrible food and either going full Robertson and telling them how bad it was or just shoving it down their throat. So we actually got a response from someone who made something that wasn't any good because it was the meatloaf. That's what it was. It wasn't the biscuits and gravy was later. So Andrew sent in that his wife made the meatloaf, and he said, that's not how my mom made it. That's the story. And his wife sent it in, responded in an email, and she said, I don't really like cooking, and so I just acted mad. And now she gets meatloaf.
I'm a victim of that.
From his mom every time she wants it, and she doesn't have to cook it. She doesn't have to clean it. So when they want meatloaf, you're like, well, your mom's is better. Go get it.
That's brilliant. Yeah.
But I've heard stories from your house about your wife's cooking, my cousin.
Okay, let me solve this mystery for you. Here's the deal. One, he didn't say anything wrong by saying that her meatloaf doesn't taste like his mom's. That's not a negative. It's just, it's different, right? And so there's nothing wrong with that. I think I know what he was insinuating, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I feel like the real hero here is her because she's clever. Going, fine, get your mom to make that meatloaf. I don't want to cook it anyway. I don't even like meatloaf, you know. And so she goes and gets that meatloaf. Here's the thing: with your spouse cooking, one, I'm offended as a guy because I'm the only one that cooks in my household. So this whole deal about my wife's cooking, well, I do all the cooking. I would rather know how it tastes and how even different members, what they think how it tastes. So I'm usually asking, you tell me how this tastes. Because if they're like, it's to this, it's to that. Now then I got to make a judgment of, are you wrong when you say, I don't like this because it's to this. That's just the way my wife likes things, and she doesn't like things too spicy. It doesn't mean it's better. That's just the way she likes it. Some of my kids. And so I think you should always have honest feedback. If you think it's terrible, it's overcooked, it's too dry. Here's the deal. If you don't realize that and you put it out and you don't realize, like, that's way too dry. Like, I usually know when I put it out. Like, I hit salt. I'm on the line there being too salty. Then when they say, man, that's salty, I already know it's salty because I taste it myself. But you should always, as a cook, be open to any feedback. If you don't want to hear that it's bad, then just don't even do it. Yeah. Because it's going to be bad. At some point,
you're going to screw
you should want to improve and make that better.
That's right.
And if someone said this is not as good, let's just say they actually sell on the nose, this is not as good as my mom's, then I would say, what makes your mom's better? What do you like about it?
Yeah. Why is
it better?
Yeah. Why is it
well,
better?
Because it's more of this, and then go back and see if you can figure out. Because here's the deal: your mom may make it that way. John David's mom may make something, and he likes the way it tastes. Well, I know that's probably not the case, but here's the deal: I may not like your mom's. You know, like it's two different things. Like some people, like my son-in-law likes a crispy waffle.
Who?
I like a waffle that's soft. Doesn't mean either one of us are wrong. We just like two different things.
Two different tastes.
Preference.
A crispy waffle.
He likes a crispy waffle,
like an Eggo.
So, if you're eating brownies, John David, do you like the edge or do you like the middle?
The corner.
He likes the corner.
No.
See, I hate the corner.
Yep.
Oh no,
I
that's
like
the
the
best
middle.
part.
I like the middle.
No.
I take the when I make brownies.
Always on side.
When I make brownies, I cut all the corners off and throw them in the garbage can.
Yep.
And then we.
What?
Oh, you're throwing the best way. The best part of what?
I don't eat brownies anymore.
That's the thing, though. That's the deal with food. You eat the corner piece of pizza or the biggest, longest middle piece.
All of them.
No, you start.
I ate all
eating
of
pizza
them.
where you like.
I ate them all.
You grab that big long one in the middle.
Yeah.
I just start. I dough pop all four corners of that pizza.
That's why we make such a
that's
great
like,
team.
Because
you
I
were
want
talking
the
about the crispy waffles. That's like bacon. A lot of people like bacon.
crispy.
Everybody
Where it's
likes
brittle.
bacon
Yeah.
crispy.
Yeah.
You
No.
like it kind of fatty.
I like it where it's just right before it gets crackly. Where it
He
just
likes it a
breaks.
little chewy to remind him. of
Phil
his
likes it
bubble
like where it's soft, like soft bacon.
gum.
Yeah, but Phil is the one behind what I did when he said you have to let them know if it's not good. or
Oh,
they'll
yeah.
cook bad food all
yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
The
So
rest of
I
your
thought,
life.
I'm married to a Robertson. She'll understand. She dried out a roast, and I said, boy, it's good. It tastes good, but it's dry.
It's dry.
That was 3 years ago.
She ain't never made it.
And
since.
she's not only that, she's never made anything.
Hey,
since.
she don't.
Oh, wow.
She don't even go in the kitchen.
So you can go to an extreme.
Yeah.
It's just like when Phil just grabbed the pot
But
and
if
threw
she
it out
never
the door.
goes in the kitchen again, I got to make an argument. She probably didn't like being there in the first place.
Kind of
No.
like Andrew's wife.
She don't like it.
Well,
Hey,
I mean,
look.
Stone, you smoke meat a lot, right?
Yes.
Well, if you bring something over and I go, Stone, that wasn't that good. If you then never smoke meat for the rest of your life, you probably didn't like doing it in the first place.
That's right.
Like you can come
It's-
over and say, Willie, I ate his sauce pecan. Yeah, I thought it was terrible. I'm still going in the kitchen the next day. That didn't hold me back, from.
But I started out cooking out of necessity, and now I love it. I love it. I cook every day.
And he's actually very good.
Okay,
at it.
so my spouse and cooking.
So do you have? So we're asking people to send in stories.
Yeah.
Of just disaster meals.
Oh yeah.
So I thought you had to at least have one grilled
With Korie?
cheese. Yeah.
Oh, with most of them have been disasters, but it's not a big sample size either. So it's like most are bad, but it's only she's cooked about 12 things since
Well-
so but they have been bad. So Corey's problem is one temperature. She was actually cooking breakfast Saturday, and I'm looking over. And I see, I have a gas, and I just see giant flame. So she cooks to the flame. So she's racing against the fire. And I said, Korie,
turn the
turn that fire down. You ain't got to fight it. You're in control.
You're in control of this.
The
Turn
one
it
that's
down.
trying to make sure the eggs don't burn, the other one can just make it all go away just like that. Fire, it's the beauty of a gas stove. It's not electric where it's go down, it's gone. The fire's gone. And she goes, oh shoot, yeah, you're right. Starting out now we got an easier pace.
Yeah.
But she tends to go high, and then she tries to fight that. I've seen her one day. She was doing a grilled cheese sandwich. Fire was on high, HI. All right, all of it. She throws a little thing of butter. She puts her bread and her cheese in there, and then she goes to the bar, sits down with her computer. And so I walk
and
through,
it's burning.
just boiling smoke. And she's just burning an email right there. I'm like, Korie, if you're gonna turn that thing on high and put a piece of white bread on it,
Yeah, and then go sit
hey,
down.
You're committed. No, you're committed to staying right there. Same thing with toast. She turns it on broil. She closes that deal, and then she walks away. And I'm like,
And
no.
does something.
Have you
I
had-
make her. I would handcuff her. She needs a handcuff on the wrist,
right.
and then
On
a
the-
handcuff on
the stove.
Right, and I would just do it and say, "You ain't leaving.
Yeah, till you
you're
get
gonna
this
stay
done.
there until it gets
just done.
toasted."
But when y'all were
Right.
first married, did she ever get mad at you for pointing all these things out?
Yeah, I mean, but I was not as a crafted communicator as I am now. But I didn't really know what I was doing when we first started cooking. It wasn't like I knew how to do it a bunch anyway better. She made corn casserole one time. This is Anna's specialty. Anna does cook. I mean, corn. When I need corn casseroles, I call Anna. That's her thing. So you basically, let me just give you the easy part: Jiffy cornbread box mix. Then you mix it with a bunch of fat and stuff that makes it good and tasty.
Butter
So
and
Korie
cheese.
lays this out for our visitors. We start eating it, and I'm like, man, this is different. It's almost like a dessert, but it's corn casserole. Corey's like, I don't know why. I made it the same exact way that it says. We went and found the box. It says apple cinnamon corn mix. So it had a little apple cinnamon. Yeah.
A cinnamon roll.
Cinnamon with the corn. So, yeah, Corey's not that great, but she doesn't really want to be in there anyway. And but yeah, I've said a few things that I shouldn't have said it that way. Again, stick with what makes it,
What makes it better?
Here's what could make this better. Here's what I would like this to be like. Because you definitely want to encourage. You don't want somebody just to quit cooking all.
Yeah, because most people on desserts, most people go to the extreme with the sweetness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they make them way too sweet. Too much sugar.
Too much sugar.
Too much sugar.
So I think, guys, that you need to encourage, but you don't want to discourage. Cooking is very intimidating. And I think just like in anything else in life, if you just dog it every time and don't give any positive feedback, they're just going to stop doing it. It's not.
Yep.
It's not,
Well,
so you
the thing is, on anything that you do, you have to put the time in. Okay.
Yeah.
You got to put the time in. It's football, playing football, you got to put the time in to become great at it.
Yeah.
Cooking's the same way.
Put
You
your
just don't
time in.
become a chef overnight. It takes years of experience of how to cook stuff, and then like you're talking about, and you're always trying to make it better.
Yeah.
So you got to have your skin. Don't be thin.
Don't be
Skin.
thin.
Don't be
on the
thin.
skin.
Yeah,
Skin.
thin skin.
Don't be
Yeah,
thin.
okay.
All right.
You got to be able to take criticism.
Take criticism, and that's what we're talking about. So please send in more emails of great stories of having to tell somebody that wasn't any good, and we're gonna all get better at doing that. And before you know it, everybody listening to this is gonna be a great cook because just constructive criticism left and right. So that's hello@duckcallroom.com. It has been a fun episode today. Willie, we didn't get to 2 of the emails. We're going to have you back on because you want like 3 segments for this. But I had 2 emails specifically asking, preaching the gospel, sharing Jesus, people that are nervous, people that want to be evangelistic, but they're not sure that they can speak well enough or they're just not bold enough. And you happen
I've heard it
to
all.
be... So Willie's in charge of evangelism at our church. So do you want to just give a quick snippet and a verse to send us out?
This is a quick snippet. So yeah, I'm super involved and engaged in evangelism, specifically try to stay in that lane. We have a ministry called 99.1 that's based off, I'll just use that one, Jesus, 99 sheep that are all nice and cozy, but there was one that was missing, and he says we got to go out and look for that one sheep. So that's the basis of the ministry, but it's not the ministry that just certain people do. I think the call is to everyone. Matthew 28 says go out and make disciples of all nations, baptize them, and teach them everything I taught you. And so we all have a directive to go out and share our faith with others. We will break down a lot of the stigmatism with that, which is probably the number one thing is I don't know the Bible well enough. We'll get past that. One's actually the easiest one.
Yep.
I'm not bold enough. I don't know enough. My past is too bad. You definitely don't want to hear from me. And so we can break down all those things. And I promise you, I can teach you about 7 passages and 7 different ways to go out and put that in your faith. There's also different ideas. I learned this from Mark Middleberg and Lee Strobel, different styles of evangelism. So it's not all just like wham, bam, and get up and lay it out.
Not everybody's got to be Phil.
That's it. There's different ways of doing it. There's different examples in the New Testament of actually sharing your faith. And so, yeah, I love that. And I have tons of stories, and we do that literally every Sunday. So get ready for that. If you want to study up and be prepared, we would definitely be in 1 Corinthians 15, 1-4. So go ahead and just read that. Read that passage. Read through the first 4, 5, 6 verses of 1 Corinthians 15, because that's probably where we'll camp out and base out of. And but yeah, those are a couple of scriptures, and that's what I like talking about.
Yeah, so we'll have you back on. We'll do 3 or 4 segments on that. 'Cause it sounds like you know what you're talking about, like you've studied it a little bit. So for the verse, that was Matthew 28:19. That's Jesus' last words to his disciples. Therefore, go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything I've commanded you. And surely I'm with you always to the very end of the age.
ages.
Thank y'all for tuning in. See y'all next time.
Don't be mean.
Be good.